You already know what brain fog feels like. You wake up after what should have been enough sleep, but your head is heavy. Your thoughts move slowly. You reach for coffee before you even reach for your phone. And somewhere between your second cup and noon, you start wondering, why am I still this tired? Here is what most people never figure out. Brain fog and poor sleep are not two separate problems. They are the same problem feeding itself in a loop. And tonight, you are going to break it. Let me explain what is actually happening inside your brain. When you sleep, your brain activates a system called the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's overnight cleaning crew. During deep sleep, cerebral fluid flows through channels in your brain tissue, flushing out metabolic waste. One of the main things it clears is a protein called beta-amyloid. Beta-amyloid buildup is linked to cognitive impairment. But more immediately, when your glymphatic system does not get enough time to do its job, you wake up with a literal chemical residue in your brain. That residue is one of the primary physical causes of what we call brain fog. Now here is where the loop forms. When your brain is foggy, your stress response activates. Cortisol rises. Your body enters a low-grade alert state because impaired cognition signals to your nervous system that something is wrong. That cortisol elevation makes it harder to fall into deep sleep the next night. So the cleaning crew arrives late. The waste builds up. You wake up foggier than before, night after night. The cycle deepens. A 2019 study published in Science confirmed that just one night of sleep deprivation significantly increased beta-amyloid accumulation in the human brain, particularly in the hippocampus and thalamus. These are the exact regions responsible for memory, consolidation, and attention regulation. And a 2023 review in Frontiers in Neuroscience identified chronic sleep disruption as one of the most consistent predictors of subjective cognitive decline in adults between 35 and 55. This is not a willpower problem. This is not laziness. This is a biological system that has been knocked out of rhythm, and it needs a specific intervention to reset. So what do you do tonight? 3 things, and the order matters. First, cut your light exposure 90 minutes before bed. Not just your phone. All screens. All overhead lights if possible. Use lamps with warm bulbs. The reason is melatonin. Your brain starts producing melatonin when it detects darkness. Every time you expose your eyes to blue spectrum light at night, you delay melatonin onset by up to 90 minutes. No melatonin suppression means faster sleep onset, which means more time in the deep stages where the glymphatic system does its work. Second, lower your core body temperature. Your body needs to drop about 1 degree Celsius to initiate deep sleep. A cool room, a warm shower taken 60 to 90 minutes before bed, or even just cold feet can accelerate this process. Research from the University of South Australia found that sleep onset was significantly faster in participants who cooled their sleeping environment to between 5 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Third, do not eat within 3 hours of sleep. Digestion activates your metabolic system and elevates your core temperature. It also interferes with the hormonal cascade that transitions your body into restorative sleep. A small protein-based snack is the one exception if hunger is disrupting your sleep directly. These 3 interventions work because they address the biological prerequisites of deep sleep, not just the symptoms of bad sleep. If your brain fog has been building for weeks or months, one good night will not erase it. But it will begin the process, and every night you give your glymphatic system the conditions it needs, you reduce the chemical load your brain is carrying. The fog lifts incrementally. Clarity returns the same way it left, slowly. Then suddenly, if you want to go deeper on the specific supplements, nutrition strategies, and daily protocols that support this reset, the full article is linked in the description. It covers everything we touched on today and adds the dietary and supplementation layer that makes the biggest difference for people over 35. And if you found this useful, the next video covers dopamine detox, what it actually is, what the science says, and how to use it to recover your ability to focus in a world that is designed to fragment it. Subscribe so you do not miss it. I will see you there.